Morning, everyone. How are you?
Good morning.
So we'll start shortly. We have now 15 participants. Okay. Morning, good morning. Okay. Yes, all team members keep coming from over the world. And let's wait a little bit more. Morning, Mary.
Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening. I'm sure there's
Oh,
all the
yeah,
gamut on
that's
here.
right. We are from Europe, Asia, Africa, America. Yes. And we have we have 34 people now. Okay. We have Joe from NCA. Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Hope everybody else is as well.
Thank you very much for coming and joining us today. And do we have Jim and Jeff? Sojam?
ICHRIE is here from
Ah, okay.
CNA. And
Hi,
let's see.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jim's not here, but I'm here for club benchmarking.
Okay,
Okay.
right. Okay.
Great.
Thank
I was
you.
looking for. Great to see you. Thank you.
Morning, everybody.
All right, then we have all sponsors, and we have 36 members for this year's research marathon. So I think we can start. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? This is a beautiful day, and thank you very much for coming and joining us today. This is 2026 ICHRIE Global Research Marathon, and I'm the Director of Research at ICHRIE and also co-chair of this event. And my name is Minu Lee. I'm Associate Professor at University of Houston. And let me introduce my co-chair, Dr. Sojung Lee from Iowa State University.
Hi, everyone. It was great to see you all here from Iowa State University.
So this is our great pleasure to welcome you and also have this wonderful 55 ICRIE members for this year's research marathon. So this is a record actually, and it's more than double than last year. So thank you very much for all your continued support and also participation. And today we want to introduce what we are going to do for a next 1 year time frame with 11 teams. And so we have wonderful sponsors, Club Benchmarking, CMAA, and NCA. So they will share what they're doing and what they are expecting from this research, global research event. And then we will introduce all the teams and members and also what we expect from this global research collaboration event. And then we will let you go to your breakout room. So I already created 11 rooms for all teams. So you can see your team name there. Then you can just enter to that room, and then just you can introduce and discuss with your team members. So let me share my screen to start introduction session. Can you see my whole screen, the full screen? Okay. Again, welcome. And this year's Global Research Marathon's actual theme is Redefining Luxury, Lifestyle, Values, and Experience in Hospitality and Private Clubs. So welcome again. And we will introduce what we are going to do for this event. And so we will introduce our sponsors and so all the details about teamwork for this year's Global Research Marathon. And also we will do share some experiences, and also we will have the Q&A session. And then lastly, we will have the team brainstorming session through the breakout rooms. So welcome again. And then ICHRIE Global Research Marathon has been offered since 2020. So this is, I think, sixth research marathon. And then ICHRIE really want to create a global research collaboration environment and also networking opportunities between ICHRIE members. And so we want to stimulate and facilitate scholarly activities among ICHRIE community and provide close collaborating opportunities with industry partners. So we are very fortunate and very thankful for our sponsors to support this event. And so we want to foster the research that advance theoretical and also scholarly publications, including teaching and research. And lastly, we want to receive the feedback after this event from all the fellow scholars worldwide through different stages of research development. And so we want to continue this research collaboration even though we finish this event, because this is one of the advantages you can take. So if you want to work with your team members after this event, yes, that would be great. And we have 3 tracks, such as the quantitative research track, qualitative research track, and practical research track. And our 4 ICHRIE journals, including JHTR, Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Research, Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Education, Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Cases, and ICHRIE Research Reports. So those 4 ICHRIE journals will support all the stages of your research development, and if they will attend all 3 conferences and meetings, so they will share their feedback. And also if you have any questions or if you need any advice or direction, for you to submit one of those journals, and then editors or editor team members will help you, including the co-chairs and also track chairs. So again, yes, I'm Minu Lee, and then Dr. Sojung Lee from Iowa State. We are the co-chairs of this year's event, and we have wonderful track chairs. So let me introduce shortly. So for the quantitative research track, we have Dr. Chung-Bum C.B. Choi from APEC Korea and Sejong University, and also Dr. Cindy Ha, EMEA Korea and ICHRIE. So Dr. Choi and Ha, can you Could you please introduce yourself briefly and also share your experience with us? Dr. Ho, you can go first.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to join the new research marathon session. I'm so excited to see a lot of new exciting studies. And I'm Cindy Ho from EHL, and I'm a director of research at ICHRIE. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hello everyone. This is CB Choi. I'm from Sejong University, South Korea. I'm currently serving as a director of research at ICHRIE. It's great to see you all, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Especially, I would like to thank both of you because APEC Korean and EMEA Korea will support our sessions during their conference. So that would be great for us to kind of get together and discuss what we are doing for this event and also your research progress. So I really appreciate for all accommodations and hospitality. Thank you. And qualitative research track, we have JP from EMEA Korea and also Chandler, you from Pennsylvania State University. But I don't think we have JP here today. No. Right? JP is a former JHTR editor, and so he has been working with us for last the research marathon events. Dr. Yu, can you introduce yourself shortly?
Sure. Hi everyone. I'm Chandler from Penn State University. This is the third year I'm serving on research marathon, and honestly, like this numbers has been growing so much, and really glad to see like so many new member and old member join us. Hope like we have a great journey this year.
Thank you, Dr. Yu. And also we have the practical research track. So Henry, unfortunately, he cannot join us because he has another important event in Europe. And we have Mike Lin, Dr. Mike Lin from Hong Kong Poly U and APEC Korea.
Hello, Dr. Lee. Thank you for your introduction. Very good to see all of you. And many of the old friends finally see you in the ICRIE platform. I'm very honored to serve in this practical research track. If anything I can help, please let me know. And good to see everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Lin. What time is it in Hong Kong? 11 p.m.?
11, not that bad.
Okay, thank you very much. And also Dr. Udi Kim, who is a new editor of JHTR, he cannot join us today, but all the editors of 4 journals will support us. And so if they are available, they will join us to share their feedback and opinions and everything. So thank you all editors for their support as well. And so we have our industry sponsors and so advisory board members. Jeff Morgan, CMAA, and Jim Butler, Club Benchmarking, and the Trevor from NCA. So we'll introduce all our sponsors later. But thank you for your participation in the sponsorship. So from now on, Dr. Sojong Lee will introduce this year's theme and main topics and all sponsors and important dates and its tests.
Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us today. It's really, truly pleasure to welcome you to ICRIE Research Marathon Kickoff event, and great to see you all. First, I want to say how excited and grateful I am to see such a strong turnout from researchers, students, and industry partners from all over the world. The level of interest this year clearly reflects how important collaborative industry-informed research has become the future of hospitality and tourism. So I'm especially thrilled to have the opportunity to co-lead this initiative with my colleague, Dr. Minun Lee. It has been a wonderful experience working together to organize this year's marathon. We share the same goal, create a space where academic insight and industry challenges come together to generate meaningful and impactful research. So with that in mind, let me briefly introduce the central theme guiding this year's research marathon. As Dr. Lee already announced, this year's theme is redefining luxury lifestyle values and experience in hospitality and private clubs. So luxury today is no longer defined by simply exclusivity or price. Instead, it increasingly reflects lifestyle, integration, well-being, and meaningful experiences. So under this broad theme, our sponsors have identified several important research areas that represent emerging priorities in the hospitality and private club industries. So these include topics such as customer lifetime value, customer relation marketing, employee satisfaction and team member engagement, experience design, financial strategies, pricing structures, and capital investment, governance and organizational structures, lifestyle, hospitality, and loyalty, technology integration, including AI, mental health and wellness, trend awareness, and strategic resources for future decision making. So taken together, these themes are directly informed by the current industry trends and strategic priorities, which are contributed by sponsoring organizations. So their input help ensure that research developed through this research marathon is not only academically rigorous, but also practically relevant and impactful for the industry. So now I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the organizations made this year's ICHRIE Research Marathon possible. Dr. Lee, could you move to next page? Thank you. So we are deeply grateful for the generous support and collaborations from Club Benchmarking, the National Club Association, and the Club Management Association of America, or CMAA. So these organizations play an essential role in advancing the private club industry through research, education, and leadership development. Next page, please. So I would like also to recognize the leadership of these organizations. Jeff Morgan, the president and CEO of CMAA, Jim Butler, CEO of Club Benchmarking, and Joe Troger, President and CEO of the National Club Association. We are truly pleased to have these representatives from these organizations joining us today. I know they are very, very busy, so we sincerely appreciate them taking the time to be here and support this initiative. Okay. So now I'd like to invite each sponsor to briefly introduce themselves. So first, representing the National Club Association, we are pleased to have Mr. Joe Troger with us today. Joe, welcome again. We truly appreciate your time here. Would you introduce yourself and also share a few words about the National Club Association?
Sure, appreciate it, Sojong. It's great to be with you all and participate in this research project. As Sojong said, my name is Joe Troger. I'm the president and CEO of the National Club Association. Just to give you a little bit of background of the National Club Association, we were founded in 1961. You can advance the slide if you could, please. And our mission is to empower private club leaders with education, resources, and advocacy to meet evolving member needs and expectations. So I think that mission fits nicely with the research projects that we're considering and have done already with the economic impact study that was done. Gosh, it's coming up on 2 years now. I think that was an important sort of milestone for the industry because the industry's been historically a very fragmented one, and we didn't have a really good picture of the exact impact that private clubs of all types, not just including golf. There's a lot of research on golf, but not much on just the private club world. That would include marinas, yacht clubs, athletic clubs, city clubs, that kind of thing. So we were very excited about that, and I think it's changed how we think about the private club world. And certainly, like I said, the NCA was founded in 1961 primarily as an advocacy organization here in Washington. So we actively lobby Congress and the administration on issues that affect private clubs. And having that economic impact study really defines, what the impacts are going to be of particular policies that are considered in Washington and around the state capitals in the United States. So that was important work, and we're very pleased to continue working and pushing things forward and considering other research projects. So the NCA membership right now, we have 512 individual clubs that are members. They stretch across the United States. We actually have some organizations in Colombia and I believe Canada right now. So it is, while it's primarily US focused, we do have some international interests. We have 80 associate members. Those are primarily vendors, businesses that interact or supply the private club world. And we have 14 corporate partners that have committed to supporting the NCA and its mission. As I said, NCA advocates for private club members before Congress, executive agencies, state governments, and federal and state appellate courts when needed. We don't typically get engaged on the legal side unless it's at the appellate level, and that we would file an amicus brief or a friend of the court to support the private club in that case. We have a number of publications. Our flagship publication is called Club Director. I'm maybe a little biased, but I think it's probably the best publication in the private club world. It's one that we publish 4 times a year. We also have a magazine called Club Trends that's done in conjunction with one of our corporate partners, the McMahon Group. And that is published also 4 times a year, twice digitally and twice in print. Club Business is a project that we engage with club benchmarking, and that really gets into more of the business and operation side and metrics that the clubs use. And we recently relaunched Club Governance magazine, which by its title really dives deep into the best practices and trends going on in club governance around the country. And then we partnered with the Club Management Association of America to create the Private Club Governance, a handbook on principles and best practices, which has really become, I think, the gold standard around the country for the best practices for the governance of private clubs. And we're just pleased with the reaction that that's received within the market. And we continue to update that and provide additional resources in conjunction with CMAA. So that's kind of a quick snapshot of the NCA, the kind of things that we do. Don't want to get really deep into the advocacy side, but it is a key component of what we do. My background is actually as an advocate. I worked on the Hill and was a lobbyist for other organizations, and actually started with NCA in 2019 as the Vice President of Government Relations. And that's a role I still play today. So.
Thank you very much, Joe, for introducing the NCA and yourself. Great. Okay, next from Club Benchmarking, we have Brian LaBlue, Senior Director of Research and Innovation. Brian, thank you for joining us today. Would you please introduce yourself and share a few words about the Club Benchmarking?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lee. Thank you, everyone, for having me today. So, like Dr. Lee said, I'm Brian LaBlue, Senior Director of Research and Innovation at Club Benchmarking. Club Benchmarking was founded in 2009, and primarily what we do is we work with over 1,200 clubs nationwide, and we take their financial data and put it into our systems in order to benchmark in an apples-to-apples format. Recently, we've started to dive into member insight, member engagement in terms of surveys. We do capital planning. There's a number of things that we do. And as Joe mentioned, we participate in a number of publications, both with NCA and with CMAA. But like I said, Jim couldn't be here today, but we're really excited to work with you all on this research marathon. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Then lastly, but certainly not least, representing CMA, we have Amilcar Davy, Director of Research. Amilcar, thank you for being here with us today, and the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Amilcar Davey. I'm the Director of Research representing Club Management Association of America, known as CMAA. Also, I'm representing Jeff Morgan, the CEO, who could not be here today. But I wanted to just kind of give a brief overview of our participation with the research marathon. I know Dr. Lee, both Dr. Lees, we've been working together ahead of getting this presentation going and understanding how the Club Management Association of America could help with the research marathon. So let's go over a quick overview of CMAA. Next slide. So I won't get too deep into it. This is the information right here, but the Club Management Association of America was founded 1927. Next year, we'll be celebrating our 100th year anniversary. The goal of the association is to promote relationships with all of our club managers. Your membership with CMAA is based on the actual employee of clubs, whereas Joe's association, their membership is the actual club. Our membership is are the employees of clubs, and that's kind of why we have the Club Management Association of America. We have over 8,700 members throughout the U.S. and internationally, and that represents over 2,600 country, golf, athletic, city, faculty, military, town, and yacht clubs. Headquartered in Alexandria, Virginia, and we have 38 professional chapters and 45 current and prospective student chapters. Next slide, please. So just to kind of get down to it about how we're going to represent and participate with the research marathon, we have a separate arm called the Club Foundation that was created in 1988. Their goal is to fund the life cycle of a club manager's career. So they provide money for different key areas: students, faculty, club managers, CMA chapters, and industry at large. And that's where the research marathon comes into play. Our goal with the research marathon is to allow the teams to submit proposals so that we can review those proposals, and all the proposals that are approved will get a faculty grant attached to them. And that is where the level of our sponsorship will come in. So next slide, please. So that's a little information about the Faculty Research Grant Program. We introduced it just to make sure that all of the research and white papers that were done through CMAA were relevant and valuable to our membership. So what happens is you submit the proposal, and then the research committee will meet in early May, and then we will go over the proposals, and that group of managers, that group of managers, because they are the ones that actually work in the private clubs, they'll be the ones that determine which projects will move forward. And from there, it will go to the Club Foundation Committee, and they would be the ones that are responsible for approving how much of the grant would be provided. Next slide. So last summer, we kind of revamped our approach to the research faculty grant. We put out a survey to the membership just to kind of rank and prioritize what topics are most important to our membership. So these are kind of the topics that will get prioritized once submitted, and then we review it with the research committee. So just wanted to include that. And then the next slide, you'll see there is a link to the actual faculty research grant for everyone. And I'm sure Dr. Lees will kind of disseminate that information later on. And any questions that you have, you can definitely reach out to me. Most important is that the application deadline is April 26th. We will meet with our research committee the week of May 4th. So I suspect about a week later, people that, whether you're approved or denied, you'll get that notification the next week, and we'll get on that timeline of the research marathon so that we can start working towards these projects. So, like I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you. I make her for each recipient, if they are selected, I believe $2,500 will be received.
Yes, $2,500 is the typical amount for really valuable studies and things that we know that will need a little bit more resources and legwork. We kind of gauge it on a case-by-case basis. So I would start at 2,500, but if there is something that our membership sees the need for, then I could see it could possibly go up to about $5,000.
Great, thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Exciting.
Okay. So this club, the CMAS, the Faculty Research Grant Program, is just optional. So if your team decides to apply for this, and then we are more than happy to support. Means if you need anything, just let us know, and then the track chairs and the co-chairs will support that. But there's no guarantee, so that's the thing. Okay, and then, so if you're too busy with your team project or your individual and your personal work, then you don't have to. So this is a very wonderful opportunity you can take as optional. Okay. All right. So these are the important dates and paths we want you to consider and is to follow. So actually, we are a little bit running late. So the initial deadline for the written proposal was April 1st, but we want to follow CMAA's research grant, the faculty grant proposal deadline. So we want to extend the deadline to April 26th. So you can send, each team need to send their proposal to me, and then Dr. Sojong and I will collect all the proposals and then assign those proposals to our track chairs, and then track chairs will review each proposal and then share the feedback. And then each team will present at the ICHRIE in Osaka, Japan, in person or virtually in May. So they will present what they want to do for this research marathon. And then based on the feedback and its evaluation by track chairs and its co-chairs, and we will select 3 best proposal awards without any cash prize. But we want to appreciate your work, and also we want to give some awards for your hard work. And in ICHRIE in Las Vegas in July, you will have a second presentation. So in this presentation, you need to provide and address the comments or feedback provided by the committee, and then you will present any progress you have made in the meantime. But we want to see more details, specific models, and what you're going to do, very specific plan in this stage. And then based on your proposal and presentation, we will select 3 best industry project awards with cash prizes. The first prize will get first team will get $1,000, and the 1,500, right?
I think so. Yeah.
we'll let you know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
let's
the
confirm
exact amount
first.
of money. Yeah. Okay. So we will give the 3 best industry project awards, and then in Europe, in EMEA CRE in Dubai in November, we will have a third presentation time. So on this stage, you will present any progress, including data analysis, research, and conclusion. And then committee will provide feedback to complete your project. And at ICHRIE conference, we will select best research project awards with the cash prize, as we do for ICHRIE conference. And then at the end, you will submit your final manuscripts to one of our journals. And we put the deadline as March 31st, but this is not a hard deadline. So you can extend the time, but based on my experience as a chair and as a team member, it would be great if you can follow the deadline, because if you do not finish or cannot finish your work after March 31st, and then we start the next year's research marathon already, and then it could be a little bit hard for you to finish your project. And that means it will be kind of endless project you cannot finish. So we strongly recommend each team needs to make a very specific timelines, and then try to finish your work on March 31st. And when you submit your work, please let us know. Then I will reach out to our journal editor to accommodate your submission. There's no guarantee for publication, but we will try to process your submission as soon as possible. Okay?
Dr. Lee, can I add one more thing?
Sure, please.
So for the ICHRIE conference, we would like to invite our industry sponsors, CMA, NCA, and Club Benchmarking, if their time is available. So for the best industry project awards, actually the industry partners will review and recognize the best papers. So that will be the process, and hopefully we can actually recognize the recipients by the 3 organizations at the conference. And for cash prize, I think each time in total, it's going to be $2,500. We haven't specified how much for each tier, but in total, it's going to be $2,500.
For each event, the ICHRIE and the semi-ICHRIE. Thank you very much. All right. For these important dates and tests, do you have any questions? It's just straightforward. So, but anytime if you have any questions, just let us know, and then we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So I just tried to create this infographics because this year's Mr. Marathon is very special to me, because we have at least double participants compared to last year. So we have 55 members from all federation crews. So as you can see here, Western Federation, 8 participants from West Federation, 7 from Asia Pacific Federation, 10 from SAXA, and 12 from Central, and 10 from EMEA, and 8 from NENA. So we have participants and ICHRIE members from all over the world. So I'm really happy to see all members from every federation. So I really appreciate your participation. And as you can see here, the academic positions we have from students, PhD students, to full professor, and as a lecturer and adjunct faculty. So we cover everyone, every single position for this event. And then we will give you the 9 hours, and we have wonderful 3 sponsors. So I really appreciate all of you here, and other members who cannot join us today. And so this is our teams. So we have 55 members. So we created 11 teams. So you already received my email, right? So you can see all team members and team assignments from that email. But I just want to show you here. And some teams has kind of teams who has been working since last year or 2024. But this year we tried to mix a little bit more, because that's another opportunity, and also the way to meet other team members, and also create the different types of research project and work with new friends and colleagues. So as you can see here, we have team A, team B to team K, and we assigned each member to the team based on their position and also the research interest and other specific requests they have made. All right. So please see here, and then you will meet your team members after this introduction session. So I already created 11 breakout rooms. So you can just join your room and then just introduce yourself and then meet your friend and then work with them. All right. And I want to share some kind of some key aspects we want to expect from you, because this is Global Research Marathon, which is wonderful and great opportunity for collaboration. However, that means we have very different types of research approaches and various culture and different people from over the world. So at least we want each team member to collaborate with your team members, and also we really want your passion. Okay, just we do not want to have any free rider for publication. Every team member needs to spend their time and share their efforts and passion to make their teamwork successful. And so you will have all the kind of accessibility and opportunity and resources provided by the ICHRIE and also the track chairs and co-chairs. And also we will kind of help you to make this collaboration meaningful, which means we want you to tackle and address real world business models and issues and problems shared by the 3 club organizations, and also based on our theme and topic. And so we strongly encourage you to participate in and attend in person or virtually all the meetings. And so even you can go to CMA conference next year to share your research findings, right? So there are so many different types of opportunities and so resources you can use. And so please use your network, because this is a global research collaboration opportunity. That means you can meet your colleague and ICRIE members through different events for next 1 year. So please use all these wonderful moments for developing your career and research capability and network. And so, yes, this is a great opportunity to publish your work in one of our ICRIE journals. So all our journals are great. So JHTR is now one of the number 1 journals in hospitality and tourism. JHTE, yes, and also JHTC, they are showing wonderful progress and also great achievements for recent years due to the editor's hard work. And the research report also provide very unique aspects for industry professionals by summarizing research publications. And so they do provide the research report competition at ICRIE conference, and then they will give you the awards with the cash prizes. So there are so many different opportunities you can take. And what we need from you is, yes, all teams are required to attend, today's meeting, and it's 3 presentations at APEC-CRIE, ICRIE, and EMEA-CRIE. I know you're from everywhere, so there could be a difficult for you to attend all the meetings due to the time difference, right? However, we really want to see you, and also want you to support your team's work and presentation. And we hope one of group members can attend each conference in person if possible. And so we want the team to meet regularly every month, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. So from today, you need to make your very specific timelines for the meetings and progress and everything. And as you know, each team has the members from everywhere. So finding a time for regular meetings will be very challenging, right? So please understand that circumstance. But this is one of the purposes we want to create this initiative by connecting people from all over the world. So please understand that. And so there could be, yes, this year we have 5 team members. So everyone may not be committed to the work equally. However, as I told you, we need your passion and hard work, and also support for this project. But if you have any urgent issues or busy schedules, and then please let your team members know. Then they can let you go. Okay, so that's more professional and reasonable for other team members instead of just sitting there and then just be a free rider. All right. And before I just introduce code of conduct, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jenna Lee, who is a former director of research of ICHRIE, and so she actually initiated this research marathon from the beginning, and she has been the chair or co-chair of this research marathon, and then now since last year he is active member of this research marathon team. So Jenna, could you please share how this team work could be successful and share your experience with us?
So thank you, Minu. Thank you so gently for having me to participate in the research marathon this year. So like Minu said, it started about 6 years ago. We didn't have, the intent was just, we wanted to create the culture among ICHRIE members and collaboration among the members from all over the world. And then that's how we started the research marathon. And I'm just happy to see a lot of repeat customers. Remember, those are very important success factor in our industry. And I can see some of us are coming back, like Manisha, Lisa King, Lisa Slivich. They've been with us for the past 6 years. So it shows and indicates the success of the research marathon. So thank you for all the repeat business and the loyalty. And I really want to say Minu and Sojung, they are taking this to another level by involving club business industries and partners this year, because that's another thing, because we are trying to close the gap between the academia and an industry. So an effort like this one is highly commendable. So thank you so much for your hard work and efforts in making it possible. So in order to have a good, successful collaboration, so I mean, we are all educators. We deal with the student complaints about group projects. Same thing. The same rule applies. Don't be a slacker. Don't be that person who are trying to get a free ride. So we don't want that. So do your part. And like Mina mentioned, the be mindful of the time differences. We are talking about different continents. So, you can't just find a time that, like, Michael is here at 11 p.m. That's okay. We work late, so we can make that happen. And communication is extremely important because life happens. I know we are all busy, but just having the clear communication between the members and among the members will make it a very successful collaboration. I think that's all I wanted to say, but thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing a lot of good friends here. And thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jenna. Always thank you for your support. Okay, let me reopen my slides. Where's my slide? Okay, here we go. All right. So, yes, as she recommended, yes, this is kind of code of conduct and professional communication manner we are expecting. And also, sorry, there's typo, not WSHA. So, and it's 3 organizations. So please respect others' time. And so we want to kind of have the professional communication with the three organizations if you need anything. So the Dr. Sojong Lee and I will be liaison for those three organizations. So if you need anything from CMAA, NCAA, and club benchmarking, please email us, and then we will find the best way to support your request. Okay? Or if you have any questions, yes, we will handle that request. And so please please email us, and then we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. And just I want to share some questions I frequently received from previous teams. So the first question is, okay, can I invite any additional member to the team? Until last year, I said yes, because we only had 4 team members, but this year we have 55 people and 5 team members for each team. So unfortunately, we cannot invite any others more, because we do not want to have more than 5 people for the journal publication for this year. And do we have to stick to a research topic that we signed up for? Yes. You can change your topic even though after you you submit your proposal, because under the specific circumstances for research, yes, sometimes we had a great plan but we cannot go further to achieve that goal. So yes, if you need to change your topic or your proposal, always please feel free to reach out to us, and then we'll help you to revise or find a new direction. Okay. And so, do we have to attend all 3 conferences? Yes, we expect. We strongly encourage you to attend at least one team member in person or virtually for all the events we are organizing, and we will. And so it would be great if we can meet in person, because we may work virtually. For instance, Hui is here from Portugal, and I have been working with him for the last 3 years, but we have never met in person. So we really want to kind of have beers and wines together, but we cannot do. So it'd be great if you can come, and then let's take a kind of fun time in person. That would be wonderful. And what if our schedule becomes too hectic to commit fully to the event? Can I drop out during the event? Yes. As I told you, if you're too busy, and then that should be fine. And do we have to submit a paper to ICHRIE journals? Yes and no, but we want to have your paper to one of the ICHRIE journals first. But if your paper get rejected, then next decision is all yours. So you can just try another ICHRIE journal, or you can find another any other hospital insurance journals which can make a good fit with your topic. Okay. And can we work on 2 ideas and submit 2 papers to ICHRIE journals? Absolutely. We are more than welcome and happy to have multiple projects if you want. Okay. And do you have any other questions before I let you go to the breakout room? Any questions? Yes. Dion? Sorry.
It's Michelle Dionere. You actually saw
Okay,
my
Michelle.
Good evening from South Africa. This is my first time joining this global research marathon. So I just need some clarity. Here in South Africa, we write a proposal, then we submit it for ethics approval, and then only we continue with the data collection, and then we write our papers. Who do we apply for ethics approval, or is there an ethics process with regards to this marathon?
Okay. That's a great question. In here in US, if we run one project for publication, and then if you do survey or experimental design, then as I know, one of the team members submit their IRB process, and then if they get approval from IRB, then you can go further. However, in South America, for instance, in your institution, if they want to have the IRB proposal from you, and then I think you are the one who need to process. But as I know, for instance, all 5 team members do not have to submit IRB process. Just one IRB approval should be good enough for publication. Okay, thank you. But if you want to use a secondary data, which is empirical data for data analysis, then it depends on the institution. But usually, our institution doesn't ask us to submit IRB because it's not about the human subject. But thank you for asking. And any other question? Okay, then. Thank you, Lisa. And yes, from now on, I want you to
There's
have.
one more question from Jenna.
Okay.
Just quick question. So what kind of you mentioned secondary data. So what kind of secondary data that we could, if there is an examples of a secondary data that you're referring to, that would be kind of helpful.
Yeah, thank you very much for asking. So secondary data means if you collect from kind of databases, or if you collect online reviews to identify club members' perceptions about the club services, then those data could be the secondary data, right? And if we want to see and examine the economic impact, for instance, then you can collect kind of economy related data or region, the location related data. Those data could be also considered as a secondary data. But the primary data set means you design the survey, and then you distribute the survey, and then you collect the data from your survey participants. Then that could be your primary data. And if that's the case, and then you need to get IRB for that process.
Yeah. So if we want a type of a secondary data and we aren't sure how to gain an access to, then we can always email you guys and see if it's available from the clubs and everything. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Lisa.
I put this in the chat, but I just wanted to let everybody know that in addition to JHTR being an outstanding and highly ranked journal, JHTE and JHTC are also now ABDC indexed, and they're both reputable journals as well. So I think we should all be excited about submitting to any of our awesome ICHRIE journals. That's all.
Thank you very much for letting us know. Yes, the JHT and JHTCC are now named as one of the ABDC journals. So if you are working at the business school, then that'd be great, right? So it's very similar to ABS ranking or SSCI or SCR ranking journals. And also, good way to do is if you can publish your work through this research marathon, then a year after you may consider to participating in research report competition, because research report competition is summary of your research publication. So you can take it double awards, for instance. All right. So thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. This is an amazing achievement we recently got. And I think we have Poju here. Poju, can you promote your journal? Poju is one of the JHTE journal editors. Oh, she is busy, I think. Okay. Then any other question? No? Okay, then yes. From now on, we will let you go to your breakout room and then just meet your. Oh, Sojung, do you have a question?
So before we go to a breakout room, why don't we take a picture together to celebrate the kickoff meeting today?
Yes. After closing my slide, and then we'll do. Thank you. So in the breakout room session, you will find and meet your team members. And also we really want you to create your research ideas and brainstorm to make that publishable and successful. And also, please review your timeline. And also, I already shared the proposal template, right? So everyone has it, right? So we want each team to prepare that proposal by April 26th, and then track chairs will review your proposal and then share very specific feedback to make it better and further. And also, after the breakout room session, you don't have to come back. If your team's discussion is over, then you can just leave. But anytime I will be here and we will visit your breakout room. So if you have any specific questions, you can ask there. And if you come back and then if you want to chat with me and Sojong and other chairs, and then that could be wonderful as well. Okay, so if you don't have any other question, let me close my screen. And then now we have everyone here. Then let me take photo. Okay, so please, if you are there, and then please turn on your camera, and then let me take a photo by using my screen. Okay, let me take multiple photos. So, okay, here. All right. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. Okay, the other one. Okay, let me check. Let me just use my phone. All right. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me change the page so I can see other team members. Okay. And one more time. All right. Thank you so much. And I think the breakout rooms are ready. So now open all the rooms. So you can just move to your breakout room. So you can find your team name there. So please meet your team members and then start your discussion.